Here, all the Talmidim, all the Chavri Anol, the Soich Klal Nash, everybody should be healthy, have Yom Shem Toivis, Brius and the Choyna, Yimal Hashem Shalos of the Vein, the Toiv of the Vroch. Come on, stop it. Stop it. It's late. I just want to say, they mentioned about Advov. It's important to know what this yeshiva is about. I learned here the yeshiva here by Advov 5 years. That's designed to Shchom Beis. When I came here to learn and I came back, certain things in my habits changed because he told me what to do and how to behave. My father looked at it a little bit, not so, he didn't like it. He thought that he doesn't think I should, miskafia or whatever. He went to the Rebbe and he snitched on me. And he told me this Rebbe is teaching the Bochum such kind of things. So the Rebbe said this is the best that's around. Don't laugh at him. So don't think that whatever he's involved is a ish mesuyim and take that mimim. We came over here to learn in Montreal. Then, besides there was no other out of town yeshivas. I could go to Paris, I go to Eretz Yisrael. But at that time there was not even Newark or Morristown. There's no place. We came over here. The reason why we came here, because we know that Reb Wolf is a mashpia that could teach the Bochum. We have first of all, someone to talk to. In New York, there was no one there or a Bochum who wants to start. We're looking for a way to start. He didn't have a friend, a person who would listen to him and pick him up. So people came here to be his Talmud. He didn't come here to learn Nigla, to be his Talmud. And he picked up the Bochum. Always with a smile. Want to bring out when we made Rabbi Kaplan and I, when we made the charter for this yeshiva. The yeshiva is called Rabbinical College of Quebec. It's written in what's Rabbinical College of Quebec. It's a teaching to see this into Quebec style. We have over here in Quebec, we have something different in other places. We had here, Wolf was Mashpia, Peretz. There was over here, there was a kind, the yeshiva at that time, this is what we are trying to teach further, to read further. There was a yeshiva, Wolf, besides taught his kashrus, what was a man that came kusha to the Rebbe. He was kusha to the Rebbe still from Europe, how much there wasn't too much connected with the Rebbe. When the Rebbe came in Schwer for a Yontif, so the Bochum nur waren verbringt with him. Listen to his verbringen. When they came here, when the Rebbe came in America, Reb Wolf was very close to the Rebbe. He was his Rebbe's agent. He worked for Merkaz. There was Kramer was made for the yeshiva that was gestaltet from the Merkaz yeshivas. And the Wolf was for the Rebbe was Merkaz Yonachinuch Kohos. The Wolf, he was the representative for the Rebbe in Canada. He was busy giving out dogs and tales, Shabbos mit Kinder. Wie heißt das? Aleph Beis, by the Rebbe was the whole thing. They printed the Aleph Beis chart. You should see the school, you should take the Aleph Beis chart. There is, I don't even know about it, there's such a history. If you know, only people who learned the Friedrich Rebbe Siches, when the Friedrich Rebbe came here the first years in America, there was a mitzvah to speak the Chazam Mishnais in the street. The Friedrich Rebbe worked hard with a mitzvah to see people. They were chalukas of Mishnais, they had no Mishnais but once of chalukas of Mishnais. The Friedrich Rebbe spoke about the Verbringen, and the Rebbe, it was his job, it's Parabek, And Reb Wolf was over here representative also to speak to people to go. The Friedrich Rebbe said, "The tire is a ave. The ave of America needs to become kosher, become tohor. How you should." The Friedrich Rebbe went out on the street. The Chazal Mishnah is from the porch. Chazal Mishnah is the street. The whole point is in the street. Chazal Mamish Mishnah. So Reb Wolf, there's a few times there are that he was got from the Rebbe. A lot of Inyonim, Mercedes, and the Nigle, the Rebbe, the Marshal here is speaking of Mishnah, Chazal Mishnah. There's a whole letter from the Rebbe that Reb Wolf asked him to explain what's the Chazal Mishnah, to explain in Nigle why do you have to Chazal Mishnah, especially Mishnah's book, why does it be in the street, what's the Giyah now? So it was a Kovetz Lubavitch, and the Chuvas of Yurim is not there, the Eagles. He was Ma'oyer, he had Gitanos, he was Ma'oyer for the got in Yom until today, beautiful things got from the Rebbe. Wouldn't have been without him. There's the Kuntres, Moshe Rabbeinu, if you know about that, in the Chelik Vav. Beer, Nickel, Kabbalah, what Madrege of Moshe Rabbeinu. Reb Wolf got it because he had the right to this, Reb Moshe Zelik. He got out from the Rebbe a lot of things. He brought out, because of him, the Rebbe wrote a Megalim many things. Minhagim, his job was, that with him, the Rebbe used to, the Rebbe asked him to gather Minhagim for Chassidim, and he would write to the Rebbe and ask questions. He got out from the Rebbe answers. It was a ganze Geschäft. The Sefer Minhagim, he made the Sefer Minhagim. Him and the Rebbe made the Sefer Minhagim. Verstehst du, the Rebbe was Magir, and the Rebbe fixed, but so, he decided he was the kusher to the Rebbe Moyendik. When he came to the yeshiva and he was mechanech, and he felt that he's not for it, that the Rebbe don't do it, and only you could do it, and he was mashpia. What he brought into the Torah in this yeshiva was to understand that Chassidus means Frumkeit. Chassidus means thinking Chassidus, vertrachtig Chassidus, chazlik namorim, but it means it ends off, bepoil, it means Poshet Yerushalayim. You mentioned before about eating, not only eating. He would every part of the day, he would smell out if a bocher didn't. He would know. Came in a bocher, say, "Do you wash nagelwasser?" In when he had ruach hakodesh, not I don't know, but if he behaved like he had ruach hakodesh. He would a bocher didn't wash nagelwasser. He's not good. If a bocher didn't bench, came up. A bocher didn't sail sphira. He didn't da meire. He got meire right. He sailed sphira. Welche sphira sein? He caught him. He is, but it's not cutting. Always with a smile. What did he do? He killed the guy with a smile. Come on. So with a smile, but he brought out this the good that a chassid is a Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim first pushed halacha. You have to know halacha, and if you behave like halacha, and then minhagim details of minig. A minig is also very important. You see a bochum down for the Omed. Well, now we have someone in Schwissen, Oval is dancing every day, but the Chodesh, people coming down for the Omed. How are you supposed to, with the Bichas Kohen, how are you supposed to bend down? People are going, standing by the Omed, and Shaklesh, Shaktei. It says printed in the Siddur. You just have to get used to it, but you have to understand it's important. But the Rebbe is a very big issue, Minhagim. Minhagim means the things that don't actually Ikra didn't say in Shronach. Mehidor mitzvah, you know exactly how you should do. Everything is time up in Kabbalah, up in Nigla, up in Kabbalah. The Rebbe himself, there's so many letters from the Rebbe. The Rebbe all brought out the Meilam and Hagim, the other days before the Rebbe know you knew Hagim. The Rebbe put down what's minik Chabad. And the Rebbe wanted every chassid that should do Minhagim. Even it became even the Minhagim for Beis Harav. It was this Gal Gewalt, Eicheton. So, this is, if someone asks you, you're learning a Montreal, what's the Montreal Yeshiva? Montreal Yeshiva, first of all, is supposed to be trying to train the Bocher to be Afruma Bocher. Afruma Bocher means that is Mekusha to the Rebbe, that's a Frumkeit. You have a Rebbe, you should be Mekusha to the Rebbe. Fruma Bocher is not Is keine mitzvahs essen Talmud Torah as much as he could. And from a borer, it does mitzvahs, whatever he could. Every mitzvah, it does from the day to the night, whatever you're supposed to do, you do. So the kud is a doa God. He said, Emunah. The Emunah is Reisbrei gesagt, is Kashus in the Rebbe. The Emunah is Reisbrei gesagt, lernen. Emunah is Reisbrei gesagt, to your mitzvahs. Emunah is Reisbrei gesagt, gehen mit Zeug. That's what he was doing. The Wolf was, he was, the first, he printed in a newspaper, there used to be over here, Canada Odler, that means a newspaper, in Yiddish, that made Freie Yidden had a newspaper. There's here in Montreal is a Yiddishist city. There used to be, today is not so much. This school over here in the corner, make schools just to learn Yiddish. Nothing with Yiddishkeit, just Yiddish, to learn Sprach Yiddish. The whole parents, the whole sector of people that have to build up the Jewish Yiddish language should be spoken. And the newspaper, they made a newspaper. That was the society, the Jewish society in Montreal in the earlier years. It wasn't from Eden. The figures you can't tell me from Eden. But Yiddish, they spoke Yiddish. That was keeping up Yiddishkeit. They had a newspaper. He used to write in the newspaper. They gave him a writer article. He used to write every week on the Saturday of the week. The stories. I wonder why it's not compiled and you could reprint it. Very interesting. They put together stories from Tzadikim and Gutevetlach. Tzadik. Arangem Aiden, Achayis and Torah Mitzvahs. That was his whole life. That's how he trained the Bochum. And that's how we would like to train the Bochum to continue. This is what our yeshiva is. They should help them. We should be matzliach with you. And you should pass it on further. They should help them to say Yerushalayim. And then that's how we'll make the Rebbe Nachas.